Hey YouTube, Jason here from the App Hub with another app review. So today we have Feed Me Oil. Currently this app is listed as the app of the week on the iTunes Store. It's position number 6 on the most downloaded paid apps. The app itself is 99 cents and is released by Chilingo. And if you guys don't recognize the name, well you should, because they released a little unknown game called Cut the Rope. Another great game I would recommend you guys go check out as well. So Feed Me Oil is a physics-based puzzle game which features a really interesting art design as well as addictive and simple gameplay. So Feed Me Oil has an interesting art design. The best way to describe it would be maybe if a younger child with a darker imagination decided to draw a whole bunch of weird-looking shapes. Essentially, then you would have this game. And that's definitely not a knock against the game, as the art design is what gives the game its charm. The developer uses lots of nice, bright, and robust colors to bring out the charm in the world of Feed Me Oil. In addition, the game's backgrounds are nicely animated, as you'll see eyes on the monsters in the background looking around or even blinking at you. In addition to that, the physics of the oil used in the game really animates nicely. When the oil goes over specific objects and platforms, it flows as if it should. And when it when it bounces off an object, you'll see that the oil bounces off into little tiny droplets, which really shows the level of detail that the developers put into the game. So a feature of all great iOS games is its menu design, and this is definitely where Feed Me Oil does not disappoint. So when the game loads up, you'll be taken to this menu, as you guys can see right here, with Crystal and Start Game. Crystal is basically an online way to keep track of your high scores and achievements. So if we just go ahead and hit Start Game, it'll take us to the next menu where we can actually do the chapter selection. So as you can see, Feed Me Oil currently has 3 different chapters with 15 levels in each chapter. And if we scroll all the way to the right, you'll see that new levels are coming soon. Really one of the great aspects of the games released by Chilingo is their support after the game is released. They're always releasing great content which adds to the lifespan of their iOS games. So if you look in the top right corner, you'll see stars with a couple numbers beside it. This just records how many stars you get by completing each level, and we'll come back to that during the review. If you look in the lower bottom right corner, you'll see bonus levels. And if we go ahead and click on that, this takes us to the bonus levels that we can unlock after we reach a certain number of stars in the game. So the objective of Feed Me Oil is to fill up an indicated area with oil. So let's go ahead and load up the first level in the first chapter to talk about some of the gameplay mechanics in Feed Me Oil. So as you can see here, near the top right corner of the screen, we have a little pipe. And right there near the center of the screen, you see a little dotted line with 200 in it. Essentially, we have to get oil into this section right here. The 200 just represents how much oil that you have to put in. And this number will slowly decrease as the oil fills up the area up to the indicated line. So if we just go ahead and tap the pipe, you'll see that oil starts spilling into the area, and the number starts lowering and lowering and lowering, and there we go. We first finished the first level. So to get a high score in Feed Me Oil, it's based on the number of unused elements as well as the solution time. So elements are basically pieces in the game that are used to manipulate the flow of oil from the pipe all the way into the goal area. So let's go ahead and hit continue. Let's go to another level. Let's go to the second level, and here we can talk about some of the other gameplay mechanics in Feed Me Oil. So as we go into the second level, you'll notice on the top left corner, you'll see this pause menu. Here we can pause the game as well as quit the game or restart the mission. Beside the pause button, you'll see a box with a question mark and a number 2 beside it. Basically, this is the hint box, and this is probably one of the really great features of this game. Essentially, what the hint box does, when you go ahead and tap it, the hint box will tell you where to place your piece on the board. And the number 2 there represents that you actually have 2 hints that are given to you. So let's go ahead and tap the hint button, and it's telling us to touch and drag this platform onto the level. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll have to tap it again for another hint. So now it's telling us to place the platform here and then tap the pipe. Okay, so we'll just do that. And that looks like we're not going to get oil there. So it's asking us to move the pipe a bit higher. Beside the element, you're going to see that there's 2 arrows pointing up and down. Basically, if we put our fingers on these arrows, this lets us manipulate the piece on the board. So let's go ahead and try that. And that should be doing it. And there you go. And one thing I forgot to mention is your high score is also based on making sure that all the oil actually flows into the area and doesn't fall off the board. So the hint system is a really great way for anyone looking just to beat the game, and they're not too concerned about getting the highest level or using the fewest number of pieces to complete the objective. So the hint system is always available to the user. However, you don't have to use it, but it's really a nice way to just give that option for those people that want to just beat the level. And Feed Me Oil does a really great job of introducing new pieces, as you always get a tutorial level before getting a real level with the implementation of that element. So in addition to the platform that you just saw in level 2, we have things like rotating platforms, as well as fans which blow the oil in different directions. So definitely as you move to the higher levels, the difficulty of the game does ramp up. But with the hint system in place, you never feel like it's an impossible feat to complete a level. So Feed Me Oil is another great entry by Chillingo into the iTunes store. In addition to its unique art design, Feed Me Oil also has a really simple and addictive gameplay, which is accessible to people of all ages because of the hint system. And because we know that more levels are coming, this really adds to the lifespan of this game. So as always, guys, if you have questions, please comment below and I'll do my best to answer them. If you want to see specific apps being reviewed, please email me at theapphub@gmail.com. As always, if you guys like what you see, please comment below, rate my video, and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you guys again. Peace.